My daughter went from this beautiful girl, intelligent, artistic, to a person living on the streets. She's pregnant, still drinking. She's lost everything. Kelly had an idyllic childhood. It was better than Leave It to Beaver. There were barbecues in the summer, jewelry classes. She went to horse camp. In kindergarten, I would pick her up on her pony, and her pony would see her in the kindergarten yard and whinny to her, but she completely changed. Kelly started drinking at 18. At night, she managed to get a hold of vodka. She stopped going to school. And then she moved into her father's house. She started drinking all day and all night, out of control. I went to try and bring her home. I found her sleeping on cement, wearing unwashed, filthy clothes. Her shoes didn't fit her, and she had blisters and sores. I didn't even recognize her. It was a shock. I only recognized her voice. It was very sad.
Diane says she has only met Kelly's boyfriend one time, but she knew instantly that he was bad news. Take a look.
Kelly's boyfriend is a violent, disgusting loser. He's a felon. I hate him. I hate Robert.
I feel Kelly's mom is a big problem between us.
Kelly has lost her ID, so Robert is buying her alcohol. And then he gets to call the police and say, oh, she's drinking, take her to jail. Since Kelly's been with Robert, she has been in jail 3 times in 3 months. He has threatened me. He has called me a whore. He has beat up my daughter. They were living in a tent, and he beat her up that night, New Year's Eve. The next morning, she came over, and there were huge bruises from her cheek to her chin on both sides of her face. Her lip was cracked, and they made up a bogus story. She tells me later that it was actually Robert who beat her up. I'm afraid he might even kill her.